Melanie Michael.
I'm Ron Carter. Thanks so much for joining us this Sunday night. We begin tonight counting down to the Iowa caucuses, and our own Keith Cate is live in Iowa following all of it. Candidates are campaigning around the clock this weekend. Senator Ted Cruz began his day attending church in West Des Moines, talking to voters there. Senator Marco Rubio campaigning in Cedar Rapids, making a last-ditch effort to spread his message to the voters as well. As for the Democrats, tonight Hillary Clinton is going to hold a rally along with former President Bill Clinton and their daughter Chelsea. And Senator Bernie Sanders is also holding a rally later tonight as well.
Our own Keith Cate flew from Tampa to Iowa to bring you on-your-side coverage of the Iowa caucus votes, and he is joining us live now in Des Moines. And Keith, a frantic and probably nervous evening for the candidates, I imagine.
Well, I certainly think there's a lot of anticipation on the part of the candidates. Most of them are still in Iowa making that last pitch to their supporters, but it really is all for naught if their supporters fail to show up tomorrow night to caucus. We shall see what happens. You know, we've been following these rallies and covering the candidates since we arrived here last Thursday, and we've seen a lot, but today we thought, well, it'd be kind of interesting just to kind of get outside of Des Moines, go get a little bit of the flavor of this Hawkeye state, this first in the nation caucus state. Iowa is a beautiful Midwestern state spanning far and wide. Population 3 million, about 1 million fewer people than Tampa Bay. It's big ag country with rolling plains, the birthplace of John Wayne.
People are surprised to learn John Wayne was an Iowan.
And like the Duke, the Hawkeye state is strong and proud.
People like to embrace the values, John Wayne values, especially in Iowa.
Iowa is heavily associated with agriculture for good reason. But this state's economy also thrives on finance and insurance. Unemployment here is under 4%. And every 4 years, this small-town charmer takes on a big-time caucus. And the locals thrive on it. This is the heartbeat of the caucuses, Des Moines, where the landmark gold-domed Capitol is located. Are you proud to be an Iowan?
Absolutely. We're the best.
While Iowans savor the attention, businesses like Raygun cash in on it.
Every 4 years, we bring out our caucus merchandise, so this is the time of the year.
Political junkies flock to caucus-related novelties. 3% of this store's yearly profits come from 1 week of sales. Many of his customers are dedicated caucus goers.
Do you mind telling me who you're kind of leaning towards?
I'm going to probably caucus for Rubio. For me, he can win. I think the other people are too extreme and they turn me off.
From its largest city to its smallest town and land-rich backroad places, Iowa is, for this 1 week, one of the most unassuming and yet most important states in the nation. I focused on that last shot a little bit long there because if you notice, it said the Hockett Museum. I have a great team working with me here. I have a great producer, Nancy Ryan, but behind the camera right now, who's been shooting all the pictures you see and all of the interviews and doing all the editing, is a guy named Jim Hockett. His great-grandfather actually founded that town where we shot those pictures, so it's kind of nice to go back and experience some of that with Jim and celebrate with his family. But really, as you point out, a lot going on in Iowa. You mentioned Bernie Sanders. Just as soon as I finish here, I'm going to jump down and head on down into that rally and bring you an update tonight at 11. Mel, back to you.
Busy night ahead, and of course, shout out to the Hawketts tonight. Great catch there in the city. We love that. Yeah. Keith Cate live in Des Moines, Iowa tonight. Keith, thank you. And by the way, you can see Keith's live reports again from Iowa tonight at 11 o'clock and tomorrow right here on News Channel 8 for the ever-important caucus vote.